With Hall of Famer, the great Muta at ringside, the Fireflies were out in force for Seth Rollins tonight as Seth's gear paid tribute to the late Bray Wyatt. It honestly blew my mind when the commentary team would tell us that this was Shinsuke Nakamura's first WWE main event. Mind-blowing, completely mind-blowing. Of course, the focus of the match was Seth Rollins' back. However, the World Heavyweight Champion was able to overcome, was able to beat Shinsuke Nakamura. But what a weird ending to the pay-per-view. It almost felt like something was meant to happen, or maybe they planned or teased us with a cash-in potentially. Like Nakamura just stood on the outside, sort of not upset he lost, but shaking his head. Seth turning his back to Shinsuke, looking up the ramp. Something odd happened there, I'm sure. This is things you might have missed from WWE Payback. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. So Cody Rhodes was on the Grayson Waller effect, and we didn't know why. Cody would actually say he requested to be there, and his announcement, and it was a major one, Jey Uso is back. And he's the newest member of the Raw roster. Jey with a new Titantron, new music. It's actually the old school Usos theme, just with Jey Uso. Really, really cool vibe to it. Obviously, this is cool as well because Jey was brought to Raw by Cody. And obviously, if we're setting up to Cody and Roman at WrestleMania, there's some seeds being planted right there. Cody helping out Jey. Roman's not going to like that. To say the crowd were into this would be an understatement. They were all on their feet. Jey is so over. Now, also, this separates Jey and Jimmy. So if you do want to delay their match until WrestleMania, one's on Raw, one's on SmackDown. This is how you do it. Becky and Trish kicked off Payback inside the steel cage. Maybe the greatest steel cage match ever. This was genuinely lots of fun. There was a nice throwback with Trish hitting the Widow's Peak and Becky hitting the Twist of Fate. Obviously, WWE commentary team did acknowledge it. The first ever women's match inside a steel cage. Victoria versus Lita. Like, you gotta look at this spot right here. Trish hanging from upside down outside the cage. Like, first of all, that's dangerous AF. Second of all, Trish doesn't need to be doing stuff like this. But she did, and oh my god, the drama of it all. Zoey Stark got involved a big way in the match. It didn't matter though. Becky with a manhandle slam from the top did get the win. The drama would come at the end. As Zoey was in the ring with Trish, Trish would slap her, and Zoey would knock Trish out. The turn has happened. I think this is really cool. It's a twist I didn't see coming. Zoey versus Trish to put Zoey over in Trish's last match, maybe. That would be pretty cool. Zoey's got so much exposure from this sort of rivalry and this storyline, so really cool to see. Now, we knew John Cena was the special host of Payback. He made himself the special referee, much to the Miz's displeasure. Miz would call John Cena a Teletubby. What? I'm so disappointed in John Cena. He should have said, I may look like Tinky Winky, but at least, Miz, I don't have a tiny Winky. I mean, it's right there in Miz's trunks, goddammit. There was lots of friction in the match between Miz, LA Knight, and the referee John Cena. Cena would call it down the middle though, and LA Knight would pick up the much needed win. The drama again though after the match. Cena took the top off. It was Cena, LA Knight, and they shook hands. What would follow would be a moment of endorsement of John Cena raising the arm of LA Knight. I love that he took the referee top off for this. It wasn't just the referee doing it. It was John Cena acknowledging LA Knight. Cinnamon Toast Crunch was the sponsor tonight for Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory. And I mean, those advertisements were literally everywhere. It was an okay match. Theory playing a typical heel role. Rey Mysterio picking up the win, retaining the US title. I really hope now Theory focuses on that tag team with Grayson Waller. You know what? two cocky kids together. It had potential. I really enjoyed their work on SmackDown, and I think there's potential there for them to be like developing as a tag team rather than individually. The NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton would approach Becky Lynch tonight to apologise for saying that Becky was a former NXT Women's Champion when she's never held the belt. Becky would take exception to that, tell Tiffany to focus on her women's title defence, but maybe she'll see her soon. Are we going to get Becky versus Tiffy? I think that's going to be cool. Do you know what? Giving Becky a run at the NXT Women's title wouldn't be the worst idea. We have new WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. I can't believe it. The Judgment Day won. I was not expecting this. They needed the help of JD McDonough, of Dominic Mysterio, and of Rhea Ripley. 5-on-2. It was a brawl. It was a fight. I love this spot when they rose up. Kevin Owens was a madman doing the Jeff Hardy Swanton bomb through a table to poor dirty Dom, man. But the Judgment Day won the Tag Team Championships. I can't believe that. I honestly thought we was going to get KO and Sami versus DIY. Last night they teased KO and Sami versus the Street Profits. Like, all of that setup made me not think that the Judgment Day would win this. They did. But now we got a question. Does JD McDonough get into the Judgment Day? Now he played a pivotal role in this match. He didn't leave with a Judgment Day. That's worth noting. But look at all those belts. Look at the Money in the Bank briefcase. That is insane. Rhea Ripley would make sure that image wasn't spoilt tonight by beating Raquel Rodriguez in the co-main event to retain the women's title. A lot of help from dirty Dominic Mysterio, but he did get slammed for it, so fair play. Although Rhea Ripley is now still the women's champion, that means only one thing. There's one woman to do it. Someone call Liv Morgan. Liv versus Rhea next. Please, WWE, give me what I want. Now, John Cena wasn't done tonight as he would channel his inner Lance Catamaran. Now, if you don't know who this is, he was in Southpaw Regional Wrestling. It's like a spoof show they did on the WWE Network a long time ago. He does resemble John Cena a little bit, I know. He did interview the Judgment Day. Honestly, I'm so shocked Judgment Day won those tag team titles. I always try and be honest and transparent on here. I have no idea what Judgment Day said. I was just laughing the whole time at John Cena's bow tie.